you mentioned, civil libertarianism, and you're a constitutional lawyer. So I'm kind of understanding that that would be your kind of judicial philosophy as well. And I'm wondering how you feel about Mississippi and, this case that's coming out of the SCOTUS right now. And what we're, at least in this draft opinion that we're seeing, which is not a final opinion, but it looks like that's probably how it's going to shake out. I'm wondering what your position is on that.
Yeah, one of the things that I've always tried to do ever since I started writing about politics and journalism is contribute my views or my analysis or my reporting or my expertise to topics in which I feel like I have something valuable and unique to say, as opposed to just doing it in order to signal where I'm positioned on the political spectrum for reasons we just discussed. And abortion has always been the general abortion debate, the specific legal debate around Roe versus Wade, for me, has always been an example of one of the most fruitless debates in which to engage, precisely because all anyone is interested in is the binary question of on which side of the debate do you fall, and any arguments you might want to advance to illuminate parts of the debate are ignored, and people just forget all that. It's annoying. Just tell me, are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Right.
And I think the interesting aspect of the way that this has happened, that the court clearly seems poised to overturn Roe versus Wade, is that it's this bizarre paradox where, on the one hand, Roe versus Wade has taken on extreme symbolic importance for both the left and the right. And yet, even some of the most dogmatic and devoted liberal constitutional law specialists like Lawrence Tribe and many others, and Alito actually cited them in his opinion, have long acknowledged that as a matter of jurisprudence, Roe versus Wade is basically, just an intellectual atrocity. Like, there may be ways to concoct or to justify why the Constitution guarantees the right of women to have abortions, but most people, even people on the pro-choice side of this debate, have long said that Roe versus Wade isn't it. It was just a terribly crafted and kind of intellectually shoddy piece of jurisprudence. And so we're constantly forced to defend or repudiate a decision which, from just a pure jurisprudential standpoint, is really not respected by very many people at all. And yet it has become this incredibly vitriolic flashpoint that has driven American politics for decades. It's been very important to Republican politics. Lots of evangelicals who long were apolitical became engaged in politics because of Roe versus Wade and their anger over it. There's a possibility that lots of liberals and Democrats who might have stayed home in November will now be motivated to vote over their anger about the court's apparent overruling of Roe versus Wade. So I think you have to separate these questions, which are very difficult to do in a debate where nuance is particularly disfavored, about, is this a correct decision from a constitutional perspective? And then where does one fall politically on the question of abortion?
Get out of here! Look!